With the death toll now above 450,000, but with daily cases of COVID-19 on the decline tonight, the focus is now turning to controlling new variants of the virus spreading across the country.
Health officials in more than half of the U.S. states have reported cases of what is known as that UK variant, believed to be highly contagious. More than a third of those cases are in the state of Florida. That's according to the CDC. And the Biden administration is reportedly considering some new domestic travel restrictions that is drawing reaction tonight from Florida's governor. NewsNation correspondent Brian Enton is live for us in Miami with the latest. Brian.
Marnie, the reports of travel restrictions on Florida caught many Floridians off guard and left many angry. The governor today called the reports of a travel restriction unconstitutional and said basically that it was just pure politics. When the Biden administration was asked about it, they did not flat out deny it, but said no decisions have been made. Unlike some other states, Florida has been open for business with no pandemic shutdowns, even just hosting the Super Bowl in Tampa. Thursday, Governor Ron DeSantis reacted strongly to a report by the Miami Herald that the White House is considering imposing domestic travel restrictions, including on Florida, meant to slow the spread of COVID-19.
I think it's an absurd report that they would be doing that. I think it would be unconstitutional, it would be unwise, and it would be unjust. And if you think about it, restricting the right of Americans to travel freely throughout our country while allowing illegal aliens to pour across the southern border unmolested would be a ridiculous but very damaging farce. So we will oppose it 100%. It would not be based in science. It would purely be a political attack against the people of Florida.
Florida leads the nation in known cases of the B.1.1.7 COVID variant that came from the United Kingdom. But Governor DeSantis points out hospitalizations and COVID cases in the state are trending downward. According to Johns Hopkins University, Florida is nowhere near the worst state in the country. Florida's percent positive is 8.6%, which ranks 28th out of 50 states. And Florida ranks 16th in the nation for giving 2 doses of the vaccine. When asked about the reports of travel restrictions, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki played down the conversations.
I've seen those reports. We are always considering what steps are necessary to keep the American people safe, but we are not currently in the process of no decisions have been made around additional public health measures that would delay or would change, I should say, domestic travel considerations.
Last year, Governor DeSantis imposed travel restrictions of his own on COVID hotspots like New York, New Jersey, and Louisiana, requiring visitors to quarantine. But federal restrictions, he says, would be unfair, especially for a state dependent on tourism.
We will not back down, and if anyone tries to harm Floridians or target us, we will respond very swiftly.
And after these reports came out, the White House also put out a written statement today saying that no specific decisions right now are under consideration when it comes to these kinds of travel restrictions. Live in Miami, Brian Enton, NewsNation.